Hey, this is Christopher, and we are on video 2 of our 3-part explanation of this whole online ATM cash machine process that nearly everybody is missing out on. I guarantee you, you can always hit reply and email me, and I will find a spot where you are missing. But in the overview, we said it all starts with a website that builds your email database, and then we set up an automated salesman, and then we turn it up like the big boys do and obliterate everybody else in town. And this is where you really grow your business, but that is part 3. So last time we talked about your website, about the 1% who buy now and 99% are just surfing the web, they're window shopping. That's what we're going to focus on today with part 2. And if the website has done the job and you've got a system and a very specific strategy to get all of these 99% or a good number of them into your email database, into your sales funnel. See, this is a funnel. This is they go in and then they come out the bottom, and all of these people going in, you need what's a good way to describe this? It's like a sales manager and a public relations manager and your social media manager, and gets you referrals, gets you repeat clients, gets you repeat visits. This sales funnel does everything. And so if somebody came into your store and they were ignored, I did this. I walked into a very huge, international, extremely well-known salon, and was ignored. There were 3 receptionists / front desk manager people up front, just chatting with each other. There were all the stylists and all the spa people. And I'm in this business looking around, just browsing through the front boutique area, and stood there 10-15 minutes and nobody said a word to me. And that's what you're doing. If you've got a regular website that just says, look at what we do, look at what we do, look at what we do, we do this and this and this and this and this and all these services, but it doesn't get the sale, you're waiting on the 1%, you're waiting on the buy now people to buy, you're ignoring the 99%. So by getting them into your email database, you can have this sales manager follow up with them, and it follows up on autopilot. The way I set this up, and I'm not talking about a monthly newsletter. That is, you're not even scratching the surface. It gets the people to come in. I would get about 10-20% of the people who got onto my email list into my business within 21 days. And then I tweaked this system and doubled the number of people who came in. So instead of taking 6 months or 6 years to finally, let's go on in. Like I used to have a business in the mall, and people would walk by, and I could hear them say my name. They'd look up and they'd read the name. It was catchy. They'd say it, and they'd walk. It took half a year before people would come in. One of my friends just opened a body shop in Denver. It took half a year before, and he would send out 5,000 direct mail postcards every week to people in his neighborhood. And he was right across, or is right across from the post office, where people drive, throw their mail into the drive-by mailbox and look at his business. It took half a year of that before people started to come in. So what you're going to do is you're going to get people on the first visit, you're going to get them to come in immediately. Then you're going to have these other emails that highlight the other things that you do. Talk about selling gift certificates or booking online, or answer questions, or get them to come back again, or talk about your specials, or go over referrals. You know, you can set up an online referral system. You can set up a reputation management So if they are upset and they're going to leave a negative review, you can cut that off so it doesn't happen, and you keep your 5-star reputation. You can actually get more reviews. You can, all these touch points, all these things that the perfect sales manager would do. The perfect manager, selling, customer service, everything. It's all automated. You automate this whole follow-up process so you stay in touch with these people, and it brings you clients. You get a client right off the bat. You get a client, 2 weeks later. You get a client to come back. You get a client to refer you. You get a client to leave a review. You get a client to buy more. You get a client to buy a gift certificate. You get all these automated. It's fun. It's, as I said, it is an ATM. It is a money machine. It's a whole system online. And so once you've got step one, a website that is found, it scores well, and it's got the right keywords, it gets people into the email database, then you have your manager go to work for you. And this manager works for peanuts. Once you set this up, it's just the cost of an email system, which is, cheap. So that is part 2. Next time, we're going to talk about how to turn this up and just crank out as much sales as you want on demand. And we'll go over that tomorrow. I'll talk to you then.